Justice for Erwiana!
Justice for Erwiana!
Justice for Erwiana!
Justice for Erwiana!
Stop the violence!
Stop the violence!
Stop the abuse!
Stop the abuse!
Justice for Erwiana!
Justice for Erwiana!
Justice for migrant workers!
Justice for migrant workers!
Justice for domestic workers!
Justice for domestic workers!
Justice for Erwiana!
Justice for Erwiana!
Justice for Erwiana!
This is the rest time of Erwiana. So you know that Erwiana didn't have enough time to even to run away because employer always locked the door and the employer didn't is always stay in the house.
But what I mean to say is, why did she not go straight to the police and went to the airport instead?
The employer is the one who sent Erwiana to the airport. First, we know that Erwiana didn't have mobile phone. Erwiana used public phone to call the agency. So there is no chance for Erwiana to call anybody because there is no, she didn't have mobile phone.
I think it's also important to note that Indonesian migrant workers, before they arrive in Hong Kong, the only place they know and the only people they know are the agencies. The Indonesian government requires everyone to pass through the agency. Even though these agencies are very abusive, they have many records of violations, of exacting illegal fees or excessive fees. Still, the Indonesian government will force the Indonesian migrants to go to the same agency.
Do you know whether when she was away from the employer, when she was inside the restricted area, did she actually try to seek help from the authorities, from the police, from the immigration officers?
The employer already threatened her that if she asks her for example, if she asking her for Indonesian friend or he speak with Indonesian friend, the employer will threaten her family. So already, the employer already asked Erwiana, just keep silent. Otherwise, I will threaten your family. I will kill your family, all your family, because we have money. We have money to pay the police in Indonesia. You know, the police in Indonesia is very easy to give money. This is the statement from the Erwiana employers.
She came here because she wanted to help her family back home. She is eldest of two and her family is only poor peasant. She wanted to make a dream and go to school someday. She came here with a hope that she can earn better living. She relied herself to the agency. She has been staying in the agency dormitory in Indonesia for 8 months. And the only thing she knew, if you have problem, call your agency in Hong Kong. If you need anything, call your agency in Hong Kong. And after 8 months, she worked for an employer who was very abusive. The employer denied her for enough rest. She was made to sleep 4 hours a day from 1 to 5 only. She was given 2 times of bread and only 1 rice a day. And she was forced to stay awake every night. She tried to run away after 1 month. She called this agency for help, and the agency came to their employer house in the ground floor, and she told Erwiana, you cannot leave your employer house unless you settle your agency fee, which is 18,000 Hong Kong dollar, or equivalent to 8 or 7 months salary deduction. So the agency put her back to the employer house. And since then, the employer always locked the door. The employer assaulted physically her, and the employer always beat her every day. Every time she made mistake, the employer hit her. And she doesn't know who else to call because the agency, the only person she knew in Hong Kong, has been denying and put her in the employer house, who will actually abuse her every day. Surprise!